Hi, this is John here from GladMinds, and in this Photoshop tutorial I'm actually going to speak. The last couple of tutorials that I've done it using subtitles, and some people have asked that I actually speak whilst I'm doing the tutorial, so I'm going to give this a go and see how we fare out. This is the actual image we are using. I got this image from Plexels.com. It's available to use, it's free for commercial use. And as you can see from the picture itself, it's one of these type of cars that we all want. The second image is the image in my living room. This is my TV, and that's me taking the photograph and the reflection of the TV. Look at me. Anyway, what we got to do, first things first, is duplicate the layer. With the layer duplicated, we're going to select the duplicated layer, and we're going to have to cut in round the TV. Now, the actual screen itself, there's a small band around the inside of the TV that you can't really see. And if you want to do it right, we may as well do it right. So we're going to create a levels layer, and we're going to adjust the levels to make the inside of the TV as bright as possible. And the brighter you make it, you can actually see the inside band, and that's the inside band that we're looking for. I'm just going to take a wee second here. There we go. We'll zoom in on that corner because that is the darkest corner. And we are going to select the polygon marquee tool and grab it from the corner and bring it over to the other corner. Yeah, click once and then straight up. Click again and then straight across. Yep, and then click straight down. And what this will do, this will create a rectangular marquee selection of marching ants on the screen. And we will remove the levels layer. Yep, and then we're going to go to select, and we're going to inverse, or Ctrl Shift I. And then we will delete the levels layer, and then we're going to click on mask. And what that will do, because we've inversed it, and hide the background layer, that will create a transparent selection using the mask layer, and any image we put on the screen below the mask layer will appear through the transparent mask. Now we're going to grab our image of the car, which I have on my desktop already, and we're just going to edit and copy it. And now we're going to paste the picture of the car directly onto the screen. When you paste it, the system will automatically generate a new layer for it. And what I'm doing here is I'm just manipulating the layer onto the screen to make it bigger. Now I'm going to go to my layers, and I'm going to move the layer of the car below the mask layer. Now we're going to select the image of the car, which is layer 2. And we're going to make that layer slightly bigger using Ctrl P or Edit Free Transform. That's Ctrl T and Edit Free Transform. Now we're going to hide the mask layer and go into the car layer. As you can see, once we hide the mask layer, the car is now fully visible. And we're going to create a brightness contrast layer so we can adjust the brightness and the contrast to make the darker part of the cars more visible for the quick selection tool. We are going to select the quick selection tool, brush size 22, and run the brush selection tool over the parts of the car that we want to come out of the TV screen. What we can do is increase the brush size for the quick selection tool to enable us to select more of the car, but this will take a while selecting around the car, so we'll just fast forward to the next step. The quick selection tool is selecting more than the car, but don't worry, we will sort that out when we go to select and mask. Now in select the mask, we're going to refine our selection of the car. Select the quick selection tool and select minus, and we'll go and we'll unselect parts of the road that we don't want in our final image. If you make a mistake, don't forget to use Ctrl Z, and that'll let you go back one step. And select plus, and we will now select parts of the car that weren't selected previously. Don't be afraid to make good use of the plus and minus quick selection tool whilst in selecting masks to get as accurate and as sharp an image as possible. Go to Properties tab and select Radius 2, Smooth 11. This will refine your selection around the car and take out any jagged edges. Now we're nearly there, so now we're going to select the Refine Edge tool and we're going to refine the edges of the car around the bonnet here. I've noticed here that the Refine Edge tool is having difficulty finding the exact edge of the bonnet of the car, so what we're going to do, we are going to take it back and select the mask, and this time we're just going to click the quick selection tool as a plus and carefully go over the bonnet of the car and get rid of all them wee incorrections. Once you're happy and we're done, click on OK and select your previously hidden layer with the mask. Once again, the car is right behind the TV screen where we want it to be. As you can also see, the car is still selected. Click now on the TV layer with the mask and actually select the mask layer. Go grab your brush tool and select black as your colour. What will happen now is when we paint black on the screen, the black will increase the size of the mask layer. To make it easier, just increase the brush size to any size you want. Click once or twice on the screen and the car will magically appear in front of the TV exactly where we want it. Now we're nearly done, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go around to the edges of the car and I noticed there's some other elements left over from the selection. So we're going to grab our brush tool and what we're going to do is we're going to select white as our colour, as this will effectively mask off parts of the car that we don't want in the image. And now just taking your time, just go around the edges of the car and carefully just remove all the elements of the previous photograph that you don't want in this picture. And there we go. That's another tutorial by John from GladMinds. It's my first tutorial talking as opposed to typing. So let me know what you think. Let me know if it benefits you. Comments are welcome. And please don't hesitate to subscribe to help me grow this channel. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.